Hi everybody, this is Lily with Impossible Things, and for this project I'm going to show you how to make some cute little envelopes that hold like a little card in there or a gift card. I know it's graduation season and birthday and wedding season. Maybe you want to give someone a gift card, but you can make your own envelope and put it inside. I just made a bunch of these, and I bought cards from the gas station to put in there and give to some of the people in my life who I know could use about 3 gallons worth of gas. I'm just kidding. But anyways, so I want to show you these, and also because I'm a gardener and I have a ton of flowers in my flower bed that I collect seeds from at the end of the summer. So I thought this would be a great little envelope, a sturdy little envelope to put them in, and then I can label them as needed. This one uses a butterfly cutout from your big sheet of paper. I cut out a butterfly from here, and I'm gonna let you guys in on a secret, okay? When I cut these out, I can never get those little antennae right, so I just cut them off, and then I drew them back in with my micron pen. So don't feel like, you know, if you cut one of the little butterflies around, that you have to be perfect about it. I think other people are better at me at fussy cutting. I'm not the greatest, so I just do what I can. But anyways, I use that. And for this one, I used items from the tidal wave ephemera bits. I used the little frame here, and then this kit also comes with these labels, and I thought that was really cool. And to make these look like brads, but they're not brads. They are actually these little things, Nuvo crystal drops, and you can get them in Lisa's booth. She's Crafting Auntie, and she has a booth at Timeless Treasure too, so you can get those there. Today, I'm not sure if I'm going to use those or not. But anyways, the other thing that I did was we used some of the cards, or I used some of the cards from the 6x8 pack that comes in your kit, as well as a printout. You're going to need this printout to make this. And I made this. It's available as a PDF. The link should be below. If you can't find it, shoot me an email and I will email it to you. Or if you're having trouble printing, it's just going to print. Just print it straight out. Make sure that your printer does not have settings for increasing the size. I accidentally printed one in a larger size, and I got this huge envelope, which I actually like, so I'm going to keep it. But this makes a bigger envelope. Maybe I can mail a letter to somebody in this. But we're going to work with the smaller one. So what I want you to do is print this out on cardstock and then cut it out. And then take your bone folder and take a ruler and score along each of these dotted lines. And scoring, you just push down on your bone folder, go all the way around, and it makes it easier to fold these in. And I'll show you how we do this in a bit. But anyways, we use the 6x8 card today. I'm going to be using this one. It's like a turquoise blue on the front, and it's got this on the back. And we're not going to use all of it, but the strip that is left over when you cut it makes a cute little card that can go in there. And for this, I used some more of the cutouts that were in your kit. Some of these, you know, that little one. And then we also have in our booth, we also have this really cool sticker set. It's Bubbles and Baubles. And I just grabbed a little butterfly from the set, and I stuck it on the corner there, and I can write a little sentiment here. I can write "for you" with my pen, and then write a little note on the inside. But I'll show you how to make this too. But these are optional, of course. So let's get started. I'll show you again all the tools that I used and everything, so you're ready. But let's get started on this. For this project, you're going to need scissors, you're going to need glue, pencil. I included a dot marker, a green one, in your kit, so pull that out. And if you bought last month's kit and you still have the Micron 01, we're going to use that one too. A bone folder and a ruler of any size. And then I'm also going to use a little bit of this, but this is optional too. However, Lisa does have them in her booth, and these colors that she got are so beautiful, and they coordinate really nicely with this paper that we're going to use. From your ephemera kit that came in your kit, I'm going to pull this out, the little strip, the film strip, and very carefully, I'm just going to take the centers out and set those aside for a future project. I'm going to lay them aside. I need that. If you haven't already cut out your little template and scored it and folded it, go ahead and do that. And then again, we're going to use this sheet of paper here. Okay. Well, we got everything assembled, so let's get started. The first thing I want to do is I want to see where I want to trace. I'm going to make this the inside of my envelope because I like this blue color, but you can choose whichever side you want. And of course it goes like this. So I want to pick to see what's going to be on the flap, and I think it doesn't really matter. So you can go this way or you can go this way. And this template is designed so that it wastes the least amount of paper. So I'm just gonna lay this on here so that it fits on there, and I'm gonna trace it with my pencil. Okay. Now here's a trick to make it easier for you to score. Since your cutout is not going to have these lines, what you do is you fold the flaps up and you make a dash line wherever the flaps fold. And that will help you not try to figure out exactly where your envelope folds after you've cut it. All right, so I have it all traced in here. Now I'm just gonna cut it. The first thing I'm gonna do though is I'm gonna take my paper cutter and I'm gonna cut this off and I'm gonna set this aside. So hold on a second. All right, I'm back. And I've got this. So I'm gonna set that aside. And the rest of my template looks like this. And all I really need to do now is just cut around these little corners here. So I'm going to set these aside. Maybe I can use them for another project. Maybe I can't. It's okay. Okay, so now I'm going to take the bone folder, and I'm going to take, I actually have a really cool ruler that I like, and I'm going to line up my ruler with the folding line, and I'm going to score. And all you're doing is you're pressing the paper in. You're making a mark in the paper so that it makes it easier to fold. I'm going to do that all the way around. Once you have folded all the way around, you're going to start with the big flaps and you're going to fold them in and push down on them with the paper folder. It helps to make a good crease on there. And if you don't have one of these, I know that Lisa just got a shipment in not too long ago and has a few of them in her booth. Okay, so now I'm looking at this, and the next thing I do is I look to make sure that I like the folds, and I have a little bit down here that didn't fold right. So I think what I'm going to do, and these don't line up, but these line up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold this flap over here and then cover that up and glue these down. I'm going to take this glue. So all I'm doing is applying a little bit of glue. Here, and now it's my understanding this glue dries white. Ooh, dries white. I need to make sure it dries clear. But I really like this glue. It dries really fast, so I don't have to keep holding it down. And then I apply some just on the edge over here. Push down, wait a little bit, and we've got our little envelope. See how easy that was? That is so cool, isn't it? Okay. Next thing we're gonna do is we are gonna take our little frame. And I like this one because it's cute. It coordinates with this, but I think I'm going to edge it with some of this blue around the edges so that it pops out a little more too. Okay, there we go. That's cute, isn't it? Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a little bit of glue around the edge here and then glue this down. And all I'm doing is because my envelope is so small, I can't really, I mean, you can try to angle it. You know what? Let's angle it. Let's angle it a little just to give it a more interesting look. Oh, I guess I should have stamped around the inside too to make it pop, but that's okay. Sometimes you don't think of things to do until much later, and then it's like, oh man, next time I'll do that. Okay, so there we have it. Last thing we're gonna do is we are gonna take our, I'm trying to see my prototype over here. Okay, we're gonna take our dot marker and I'm gonna make a dot there, a dot there. Now with this dot marker, it's really cool because the harder you press, the bigger the dot. If you press lightly, you get a smaller dot. So I've got a few random dots there. And before you do anything else, this is what we're gonna do. I mean, you might wanna watch this part first. So I'm taking my micron, I'm drawing a circle around the circle, and then I'm just gonna do those daisy flowers that you used to draw when you were kids, you know, on the edges of your papers, these simple little flowers. That's all we're doing. And then a little stem, and a tiny little leaf on them. So I'm just gonna go around and do them all. One thing I want to tell you is that there's no perfection here. If you miss the circle and don't quite get it right, don't sweat it. There we go. This part is done. The little envelope is done. Now I'm going to show you how to make the card. Okay, for this little part, we're going to use the piece that we cut. And then I cut out one of the little flowers from, where's that sheet of paper? From the sheet that came with your kit. I think the little flower's down here somewhere. I cut it out, and then you can use one of the little white pieces that we tore off from the center of the frame here, or if you have the other ephemera kit, this one, the Tidal Wave ephemera bits, you can use one of these. So I'm gonna make a sideways card instead of it being like this, because if you notice my words here, you can kind of read those letters. And so if I make it like that, I think it'll look weird. So I'm gonna make it sideways. First thing I wanna do is I wanna erase the mark I made there earlier. So I'm just gonna take an eraser, and then I am just going to take this and fold it in on itself very carefully. Push down, spread your fingers apart, and then push down with your bone folder. And there's my little card. That leaves, I'm doing it this way because that leaves the solid color on the inside, and then I can write something on there. So next, we're gonna take this, but I am going to ink this so it stands out a little bit more. And I can write something like happy birthday, happy anniversary, congratulations, something like that. And I'm going to glue this down on the bottom. Right here. Okay. For this one, let's do a little bit of inking on it. I don't know if I should have chosen a different color, but I kind of like this. And then we are going to put this a little, it's going to overlap our name tag there, or our tag there, and that's okay. There we go. There we go. Now to finish it off, if you do have the Nuvo drops, you can put one there and one there, but I gotta caution you, if you're gonna use this, you better let this dry for a while, because every time I use it, I forget, and then I smear it. So just let it dry for a little while. You don't have to use the Nuvo drops. You can also take your dot marker and make a dot there and make a dot there, and it'll make the same effect. I just really like the way this looks. So all I do is I hold it steady above it, drop, and then pull back. There. And now I'm gonna let it dry forever. But there's our card, and this is our little seed envelope here. And now, you know, we just need a gift card to put in there. But anyways, I really hope you like this project. And if you make it, please post your pictures in the comments below. I would love to see what you made. I did want to show you this. For this card, I added an eyelet with my crocodile, and then I cut out a piece of jute, and my jute is probably about 24 inches or so. I tied a knot on one end, and I put it through the eyelet, and I just wrap it around. It's the card or the envelope and then tuck it in there to kind of turn it into a little binding here.